I've had to do a live from the mobile phone because something's going on with the live streams on the desktop. I'm just waiting for it to populate. I'll just get rid of these, what I've got on the desktop while people start jumping in. So just deleted it off the desktop so it doesn't kind of clash. Mike, hi, how are you doing, Mike? Badger, how are you doing? I better look for a plug to plug in to the phone. I don't know what's going on with the desktop. It's just not allowing me to hit the live button. I don't know if have they changed it over on YouTube since I was last on. Gillian, hello. Hello everyone. Hello Jenny. Oh, you're okay? Good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Hi, Sage the Kangaroo. Hi, Gaz. Yeah, I'm kind of in portrait mode because I've had to quickly put my mobile phone on. The desktop's not working for some reason. It's not allowing me on YouTube to go into the live mode. Callum, hello. Rochelle, hello. How are you? What's tonight about? Well, I was hoping to get somebody on the live, but I don't think I can at the minute on this. If I can invite somebody, I'll figure it out on my phone how to do it. I could do it on my desktop. Hi Jack, how are you doing? Jenny, hello. You had to congratulate me. Yeah, my phone's that way. I should have turned it that way so it was in landscape mode. I know, Gaz. What can I do? It was a last minute thing. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna. Portrait. Yeah, I'm just plugging in. Wasn't expecting to go on doing this through my mobile, to be honest. I will have to have a play around with the desktop tomorrow. I should have plugged that into me. I've just plugged that into the wrong thing, haven't I? I should have plugged that into the desktop. Unplug it. Good evening. Panaka, hello. You're feeling ill? Oh, why? What's up? What's wrong? Babsy, hello. If I put it in landscape now before I start the live, I'll kind of be sideways. I'll be laid on my side. Have I tried to turn it back off and on again? I honestly do not know what's going on with the desktop. I was hoping to bring somebody in on the live, but I don't think I can do it on my phone. Try kicking it. So yeah, we're here as well. I'm glad Mike's in, Mike Williams, because we was going to discuss, well, start off talking about the hospital ghost photograph that Mike captured. Do you work on a tech help desk, Badger? Right. Don't know. It's saying something like I need to be on the stream to go live. I did everything what I normally do when I go live, but I don't know if YouTube's changed a few things. You feel like throwing up? Yeah, eat something, it'll make you feel a lot better. A few days ago I was really ill. I've been put on certain medication, and my body had to get used to it, and it just knocked me on my back. I was in bed for pretty much all day. Yeah, you saw that, Callum, you saw that, what Mike did, that photograph. No barfing allowed. Have some crackers, says Michelle. So yeah, I did read some of the comments, what everybody was putting on that video with Mike's photograph about the hospital ghost. Some really, really good comments and responses. I know Mike was talking about going back and looking to take some more photographs. Sounds like an update on YouTube. I may need to uninstall then reinstall YouTube. All right, okay. Is that on the desktop, is it? Yeah, you're going back to get some comparison shots on Friday. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I take my medication in the morning before I've eaten anything, and then I go real dizzy. I shouldn't really do that. More photos would be awesome. Yeah, and if you get any, Mike, if you don't mind emailing them, then we can do it like a second part to that video. I did find it interesting. Like I say, some of the comments where people saying, "Is it a curtain blowing out the doorway?" Who knows? This is what Michael need to show us by taking more photographs. Struggle by taking antibiotics 4 times a day. Right, right. Good evening, high spirits. I take no meds. I wish I took no meds, but unfortunately, I inherit a lot of my illness from my family. Oh, I'm glad you're okay, Jack. That was a late response. I know some of the people saying about the glass, the reflection, somebody thought it was a curtain behind the glass. I'm not sure about that, but oh, you're bipolar, so need repeat medication. Right, right. Seizure meds, right? Okay, Rochelle. Yeah, get something to eat. Meds make you into an empty shell. Yeah, I mean, I don't like taking medication, but unfortunately, if I didn't, I'd probably die. So that's why I have to take them. I'm the same. I don't like taking anything. Just gonna plug this. I think it may be the problem with the desktop is that I put a link on there to invite people in, and it's saying I need to mess about with a code for a server or something. I'm not that technical at the minute with these live streams. Dry toast or crumpet? Crumpets are your favourite. Yeah, I like them with like some really nice butter on. Take some meds before your MS kicks in. Yeah, Mike says he's going to get some shots from inside the corridor too, so you can see there's no curtains. We don't have them because they collect dust. Yeah, I understand that. It's just to rule these things out. Being the type of channel that we are and the type of people that our channel attracts, people are going to be very sceptical. So that they are just covering the basics. But like I say, it was a really, really good capture that. And you said one of your colleagues actually saw something and she was a Muslim. And it's funny that she said she saw a ghost because they don't believe in ghosts as such. They call everything like jinns and things like that. You become useless in your home, your missus deals with everything. All right. Your guy doesn't know how you run the house. He's awful with financial things. Yeah, I'm all right with financial things, to be honest. We kind of split everything. We both do it. Oh, Rachel's in. Hello, Rachel. Sorry I didn't see you there. I'm running off my phone. You may have heard something happened with the desktop. Didn't want to go live for some reason. They have jinns in the Muslim faith. Yeah. Jenny's saying, your friends were saying that David Copperfield was working with jinns. Right. Um, did anybody have any questions for Mike while Mike's on the live here about this photograph that he sent in? Oh, Rachel's on a tablet. Heard the same about other people in the internet. No worries, Badger. I'll catch you later. Rachel's been here from the beginning. You got your Masonic medal, Jack? You have to send me a photograph of it. I'll be able to tell you about it. I've got quite a few Masonic medals, being a Freemason and all. What image is it? It says High Spirits. There's a video down the page somewhere, probably 2 videos down, and it's saying Hospital Ghost by Mike Williams. There's a capture that Mike got on his mobile phone through a corridor window, and he sent it for us to have a look at, and for you guys to also have a look at and have an opinion on. Were there any other sightings in the area, Mike? Says Sage the Kangaroo. Yeah, it was very strange. I mean, if we was to go there, we would obviously take photos through the same window, and one of us would go stand in that doorway where that image was captured to see if we could replicate that, just to rule out somebody actually being stood in the doorway. And I know Mike was saying there wasn't anyone there. Good night, Jenny. Yes, on the same day when my Muslim colleague told me she saw it. All right, okay. Thing is, hospitals hold a lot of energy, and like Mike says, there has been a lot of deaths in pretty much every hospital. I'm trying to remember when I stayed over in, it was Castle Hill Hospital, East Yorkshire. I was on the cancer ward because I've had cancer, and I'm a survivor of cancer, and I had an operation. When I come through the operation, they give me morphine, and I said to them, "It hurts, I need more." It didn't hurt, it's just because I was on the morphine, I asked for more morphine. So they give me more morphine, and that sent my temperature through the roof. They had to keep me in. But the guys in the beds next to me were saying, while he was asleep, he was shouting out and kicking out and saying things, and I'm like, that's pretty much a normal night for me, really. But I terrified everybody else on that ward. I didn't know I was doing it. Ghost doctors are not uncommon in hospitals, but I wonder if the section was an old doctor's rest area, says Rochelle. Mike could probably answer that better than I can. Callum, yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? I know. Another thing we was talking about last night when we was watching Mrs. Geek and Beardo, especially Mrs. Geek was saying it's annoying them how people seem to think skinwalkers are in the UK. And I know somebody did mention it. Oh, sorry, what was that Mike said? It's right by a disused ITU. It's now a corridor with a waiting area. Be weird if somebody saw the plague doctor yet with that big pointy mask thing on. Yeah, Skinwalker was talking about it last night with Beardo and Mrs. Keat. Why is it more and more people are saying they've got a Skinwalker haunting the place? It's Native American Navajo. So why would they be in the UK? I know somebody said back in the day people would get slaves and bring them over and they'd die in the UK, so that is maybe why. But I don't think so. People are just saying things because it's the popular thing at the moment. Whatever's popular, people seem to use it as. That's what I've seen. You know, it's yeah. Gaz said it's the latest thing in. It's like you never get a Native American um, building over, obviously in America, saying that they're being haunted by a beef eater from the Tower of London. It doesn't happen the opposite way around because it doesn't sound as good, does it? It's the in thing, and that's why people are saying it. You're not gonna get skinwalkers over here haunting people. You know, just for a bit of background on the skinwalker, it is the Navajo culture. They can possess a turn into an animal, considered a witch and are evil. They never normally discuss it outside the tribe anyway, so there's not that much on them. It's exciting to people, says Callum. Yeah. Rochelle, I used to sleepwalk as a child and as a teen, but I was a very sickly kid. All right. Gillian saying, he said last night that in Lancashire we have boggards. It's the Crayola twins' fault, says Mike. Yeah, yeah. I think I might have to debunk one of their videos. I know they've been debunked quite a few times. I had a cup of tea around here somewhere. Yeah, so that's basically, I mean, skinwalkers, you're not going to get them in the UK. You're really not. You're really not. And if people are saying that, they're just full of it. One of the in things a while back, people were psychic mediums, and we was always saying to them, do you know the difference between a psychic and a medium? And they couldn't answer us. It's either one or the other, really. Sorry, I'm having to scroll back up because I'm on my phone. I had a strange dream I could not get out of my head. The apparition I saw was a biblical, accurate angel, but it was outside my house with my dog. When I went outside, you woke up. All right. Was that a good dream then? Was that good? Poltergeist pinched my tea. Rochelle's saying, to be honest, I think skinwalkers are BS. A skinwalker stole my tea. Luckily, I brought some fruit juice up. But I did put a cup of tea down somewhere. It's folklore, isn't it? It's old stuff from the Navajo tribes. Rude of that skinny dude. I don't know, some of you have recently seen that video I've just put up with that ghost what's attacking people. I'll talk about that in a minute. That was mainly done as a bit of a joke. But somebody asked me about Netflix. Sorry, what's that, Gillian? It's a true story. Went to Lord's with school. We ditched the holy water for vodka. You were in big trouble. I bet you were. People are asking me about Netflix. What am I watching on Netflix at the minute? I'm actually watching, because I don't watch much TV at all. I'm watching a series called Cabinet of Curiosities. I do recommend it. It's only short films, but there's lots of short films in it. It's pretty cool. Some of you may have seen it. There's a question I've just answered. Somebody did ask me. But yeah, the video, have you seen the Bank of Dave on Netflix? Bank of Dave? No, I don't think I have. What's... Some were good, Matt. You got bored towards the end. Oh, you've seen it, Gaz. Right. I think that one of the latest ones I just watched was that ginger kid out of Harry Potter. I can't remember his name. His sister died as a child, and as he was growing up, he spent hundreds, if not thousands, trying to find her spirit. Rochelle doesn't have time for TV. No, I don't have much time at all, but the spare time I do get, I'll watch a bit of Netflix. So that video that I just put up, that was a good one. Yeah, I didn't mind that one, guys. That video I've just put up where there's an alleged spirit sexually attacking this couple in a bed. He's a normal guy who took on the big banks and won. He lives in Burnley, a true working class hero. Rupert Grint. Is that his name? So yeah, that video that I've just recently put up about the man and a woman getting sexually assaulted by, or supposedly getting sexually assaulted by a ghost. That, as I said, that video was hilarious. Obviously, it's not real. It's just bad acting. But I put it up there purposely because a lot of people on TikTok do actually believe it. Somebody said it was in a top 5. It wasn't when I found it. It was just by itself. So I just pinched it off TikTok, basically. Because some people have been talking about incubus and succubus, and I wanted to let people know like the difference. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, to be honest, but I've got a sixth sense of humour. The guy opening his legs at the end was hilarious. It was. I mean, I cut the sound out because obviously copyright and all that sort of thing. But the incubus and succubus, again, is really old medieval Jewish kind of folklore text, if you like. So it's the incubus is a demon in male form who seeks to have sex with women. So that the incubus is the male one that goes after the women. The succubus is the female one that apparently needs semen to live. So it goes after the men to survive. I didn't make this up. This is just how it comes from Jewish ancient texts. You've got a sixth sense of humour. So, is anybody aware of any changes on YouTube? Rachel might know this. LGBTQIA and spirit. Why would she suck a bus? Succubus. I don't know why they call them that. That's just what they name them. So yeah, this Friday, Tony and I should be going out on a live. I believe Tony's talking about going back to the Delapole site, which is the old grounds for the old mental hospital, or what's left of it. It's right next to the crematorium. Callum believes in all possibilities. And I've yet to set up. The spirit swung both ways, Rochelle. Yeah. We both just got one of these, and we kind of need to set it up for the live on Friday. Has anybody else got one of these? The Osmo Mobile 6? And if you've got one, are they any good? Well, we're going to have to try it now anyway. You're heading to Pluckley on Saturday. Says the kangaroo succubus. Yeah, one's female, one's male. Rachel won't be modding on Friday. No, the mods are actually coming here and having a get together. So Tony and I thought we'd just clear off out and go investigate somewhere. No, Babs or Amanda won't be there either. Rochelle will be there. There you go. Rochelle's got me. can't wait. I'm a little excited. We've had some good things at this site. We've both seen things. One of the first times I went, I didn't capture it on camera because my camera was too far away. I was recording in night vision as well, but it was about 100 meters away from the camera, so it was just too dark for the camera to pick it up that far away. But I could see it with my eyes, and I thought it was Tony walking into the trees, and then he just vanished. And so I was actually walking towards this, what I thought was Tony, and Tony appeared from on the hill over there on his radio. So I have actually seen something on there, and we've captured a good EVP on there as well. Eastern Standard Time, GMT. The Plague Village, where's that, Gillian? Pluckley, Mike, you live 30 miles away. What's at Pluckley? The Plague Pit. It's in a place called Porthole Lane. Alright. Naked chickens. Yeah, I think there's a UK's most haunted village. Is it? How far away is Pluckley from us? I'll need to write this down. If it's the most haunted village or it's got that title, we need to be going and investigating there. Apparently we've investigated the most haunted hotel in the UK, which we're really waiting for that to come out. Where's my pen? Pluckley is being in the Guinness Book of Records, is it? For being the most haunted village. How can they do that? How can they actually, unless they're documenting every spirit that they've witnessed? You can give me a place to crash if we go to Pluckley. Cool. Depends how far away it is from us. Sounds far away. It sounds London area. Pluckley Village. Southeast. I think it's to do with the amount of different ghosts recorded. I know, but every time somebody's done a record in the Guinness Book of Records, they have to have like a Guinness Book official person there to document everything, don't they, and count things. I'm just wondering how they did that. How did they have somebody that just stood counting the ghosts? Anti-Time Battlefield is close to where I am. I got a paranormal happening there with a friend and your sister. Alright, cool. Guys watched a video of the Insta360 x3 camera yesterday. I thought how brilliant it would be for ghost hunters to use one. To capture 360, but you can edit the viewpoint. A 360 camera. We've actually talked about getting a 360 camera to cover a certain area of the sky, because we've done quite a few sky watches as well. People seeing things in the sky, so it'd be cool for something like that. A skeptical being before the village. I can't even say EM. Is it IM? It's well documented. I'm just writing these down, and if they're not too far, we'll look into it. We've just got another camera coming as well. It's a Canon. I can't remember the name of it. I'm just googling it. Rough Dog, hello, Mr. Rough Dog. I'm just looking for the spec on this Canon video camera we've got coming. I think it's... Oh, it's coming up with printers when I type that. Good day all, says Pocket Watch. Was waiting for this to start and kept checking and it disappeared and I couldn't find the thumbnail. Very weird. Yeah, unfortunately the live button was there but it wouldn't highlight and let me press it. It was saying there was something to do with the stream. I haven't got a clue what was wrong with it. I haven't done anything different apart from put another link on to invite people to come on the live itself and chat on camera. Maybe that's what I did. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. No, it's not a printer. It's a camera. It's in the cameras they use on, it was called, was it Destination Fear? I think it's the Canon E40 or something like that. Like over a grand's worth of camera, 4K. Got another one coming because we was using one plus a smaller 4K. A smaller one, what was attached to like a little camera rig, but we thought we needed to upgrade both of the cameras, what we both use. Because obviously we're doing a lot of different filming projects. Watching a team on YouTube, they had a REM pod activity in the car park of the main woodland there. Going to see if I can get anything like it to happen where I'm there. You probably will. But I've done a video on REM pods and kind of debunking why this shouldn't really be used as evidence in the paranormal field. Everything can interfere with REM pods just like it can the K2. REM pods and K2s are not shielded. The circuitry inside them don't have any kind of protective casing around the circuit boards. So radio waves, microwaves, mobile phones, you know, things like that will interfere, and radio waves go up into the sky, bounce off the atmosphere and come back down, and they go all the way around the world. So you can get anything like that interfering with your REM pod if it hits it, or if there's a taxi rank in the area, same sort of thing. So if it's going off, I wouldn't kind of have it as paranormal activity, to be honest. REM pods were not even designed for investigating the paranormal. They're actually a musical instrument. I had the diagram, I built one. Possible to add a shield? Possibly, you'd have to build a casing. But like, to stop radio waves and that, you'd have to design some sort of Faraday cage effect where it's blocking all those type of signals out, like it'd block EMF out and things. Possibly, but it'd make your equipment a lot bigger. Your REM pod shut off 5 times, so is that it's paranormal? It may be paranormal, sorry. Or it may be just faulty, or maybe the batteries, maybe the temperature, because they don't do well in humid or cold temperatures. It could be a number of things. And I know this is annoying a lot of people. I debunked the cat balls as well, but it's got to be done. People have got to see that there's other things that interfere with paranormal equipment. I mean, we always put it to people like this. Your cat ball's sat there, right? And it's got the word in it, cat. It's a cat ball. It's designed for cats. It's a cat toy. It keeps flashing, right? What is the likelihood of it being a ghost? Oh, it's just flashing. It's just flashing. They're designed to do that. They're a cat toy. And I know a lot of people use them, but they will not be accepted as credible evidence in the paranormal community, even though you're using them. kind of same with REM pods, but REM pods, people didn't know that much about them until we started getting the videos out there, letting people know. And the K2's the same. You can't rely on a K2. I've said it before, if you're looking for any kind of paranormal energy, you're better off using an EMF meter which detects DC fields, not AC. Callum's fed up with the weather. Gaz saying his cat saying the cat balls think are real. They are extremely sensitive. They do occasionally flash just to get the cat's attention. Temperature affects them. If you watch the video we did, I did a video and Tony did a video. We both put videos on the channel talking about cat balls. Temperature, because inside that cat ball, you'll see a little blue strip. Inside that, there's a metal plate at the top and a metal plate at the bottom. I'll draw it on my whiteboard so you can see. And there's like it's not a ball bearing, it's like an aluminium ball because it's very, very light. I don't know if you can make that out. So that's the ball. There's a plate on top and a plate on bottom. And this ball moves this way and that way. Every time the ball moves, that ball rolls and it makes that connection with the plates, which makes the circuit flash. Once metal kind of heats up, if it's in your pocket, it's going to you're going to get that expansion and things, and when it gets cold, when it's out of your pocket, it's going to go back to its normal size. So you're going to have problems. Temperature. They do get the cat's attention. They do what's supposed to for cats. You've had some weird stuff. K2 go off again. K2s, right? You can't use K2 to detect paranormal energy. We use an AC EMF detector, which is basically a K2, to do a base sweep. We use it to go find all the electric sockets what are live around the house, because that's what they're designed to do, to pick up AC, alternating currents, not the type of energy which is DC, what you're looking for. So you can still use them, but to find out, like I said, live plug sockets, live wires, they'll go really high if you're near a microwave, especially the TV. That's what there was made for. K2 meter wasn't made to look for ghosts. It was made to look for high EMF fields in the house, because they can be dangerous. High EMF fields, they're bad for your brain. They can actually cause blood cancers if you live under like electronic pylons or something like that. Tri-field meter, yeah, cool. Use a tri-field. They go with what's cheap and easy to manipulate mostly, says Auntie Kaylee. Yeah, it's ghost hunters. They are different to us. We're paranormal investigators. We're not ghost hunters. These bits of kit will go off. The cat balls will flash. The REM pods will go off. But again, I've done videos showing how you can set a REM pod off using a two-way radio. They're not shielded. What's the most decent kind of EMF meter you could pick up? You pay a lot more money, but you know, Gary Galka, he designed the Mel meter, and they're DC fields, and they are shielded. They detect the natural kind of EMF feel, the energy what comes from the natural earth. Anything what's DC, a tri-field, a Mel meter, just do a bit of research, but you're going to be paying more money. But it's worth it. MMH showed how easy they are to set up. Who's MMH? Auntie Kaylee, it's a tilt switch, yeah, basically. You've used a tick tracer to detect electric current. Had it go off once, that can't be explained. Tick Tracer. I don't think I've used one of those. Cy Baker, hello. Your cat's meowing at the ceiling. Why? I don't know. Mrs. Geek, hello. How are you doing? Oh, Mrs. Geek, does Beardo want some more coins? I've got a lot more of them old coins, what I gave him. DC much better natural, but can pick up other things too. Yeah. You think they were made for finding wiring in walls so you don't accidentally drill into a lav? Oh, you mean stud detectors? We took stud detectors with us to the haunted hotel and we were checking for live wires. And the plinth, what, you know, Grace Doll was sat on, we had that in pieces, basically. You're an electrician, SR Spookfest. Yeah, Tony pretty much is a vehicle technician, and he does. That's why we build a lot of our own equipment as well, because we both know a bit about electronics. He knows it more than I do because he does it as a living. "60-year-old today. Who's that? Is that Rebecca? Happy birthday. Hello, Beardo. How are you doing? Yeah, certain fields can cause headache, nausea, and probably more. Yeah, high EMF fields. Like I said, if you live under the electronic pylons, what you see going over the roads and the fields, don't live under them. That's what I'm saying. They can cause blood cancers. The EMF field they give off is dangerously high. If you're to walk underneath one of those with an AC, like the K2, that's what they're designed for, looking for that type of energy, if you know what I mean. I would suggest if you've got a house underneath one or near it, build some sort of Faraday cage in the ceiling of your house. And you can build one of those by using like chicken wire or foil, tin foil it all around the inside of the roof to protect yourself from those high energy fields. My haunted hotel. All right. Yeah, Rochelle said, "Hi Peter, how was your stream?" I had problems with my stream. It wouldn't let me press go live. It was asking me to do all these weird things to be on the part of a stream or something. I don't know what I've done to it. So I've had to go off my mobile phone. I'm gonna have to mess about with it tomorrow daytime. It's always lovely catching PS. Like there's always something new to learn, another tidbit of information to use in the future. Yeah, Auntie Kelly. Beto saying IMF can cause paranoia, hallucinations, auditory hallucination, and the fun house effect. Yeah, definitely. Mrs. Geek would love more coins. Oh, is Mrs. Geek putting those in her collection? They do make great trigger objects. You absolutely love coins. Super grateful for them, Mrs. Geek. Yeah, no problem. I'll have a look around. I've got quite a lot. I collected a lot of the old pennies. Was it before 19? Oh, I can't remember what year it was. The silver coins, certain date before this date, it was nearly all pure silver. Wi-Fi boxes, yours kicks out a strong field. Yeah, it will do. Or move. Yeah, if you live near electronic pylons, move if you can. You want to make a Faraday cage and see if your equipment goes off in it. That's a great idea. Yeah, go for it. Make one. See if it happens. See if it works. Yeah, Wi-Fi boxes, radios, speakers give off EMF readings, unlocking mobile phones, screen, says Beardo. Yeah, absolutely everything. Two-way radios, what we use on events, they will trigger bits of equipment as well, like the REM pods. And if you use K2s, which we don't, there's a lot of comments coming. It forbid me to go live. It said not yet. So I had to go on my phone. Says the Kangaroo's turning 25 this year. Gary Galka made the Mel meet after his daughter Melissa passed away. Yeah, he did, Jack. Beto saying they are part of the collection, but they are being used as trigger objects in the house right now. Excellent. I hope you get some evidence with those. I'm sure you have got a camera locked off on it, or a motion censored camera or something like that. I can't remember being 25, to be honest. It was a long time ago. I know I was spending a lot of it in nightclubs, getting drunk. You've put the old pennies in an antique cupboard I have, just to see if they move, says Mrs. Geek. Oh, excellent. Yeah, obviously don't forget to ask something to move them. You're wondering what kind of equipment is decent for an investigation. It depends what you're after. You worked on a high power station, the feeling is crazy while the power's on. I wouldn't want to do that. Hell, pennies used to be silver. Michelle, I was poor in debt. I had 10 years to pay back student loans. What a nightmare. Beto saying, bizarrely, the radios at the hotel didn't trigger your EMF ones, didn't it? You kind of need to. I haven't got one on me to show you. I might have one behind the wall. Behind my brick wall, what moves? So, Beto, with the radios, I can't find my, might be down here. I've got an AC EMF meter. I might be able to, I'll show you, and trigger it off if it's still charged. It's got paranormal equipment all over the place. So when we was going around the haunted hotel, I was using this one. This is an AC. This was just to do baseline readings to find out where all the electrical wiring was, because that's what it's designed to detect. It's not designed to detect ghosts or ghost energy. So I was sweeping with that while Tony was sweeping with a DC meter, which detects the Earth's natural EM kind of fields. Just Channel 12. Who built the wall? It's just a backdrop. It's covering all my bookshelves and my guitars and things. So, I mean, it was just twitching then. It's because it's near this lot. My computer's on. So you got to point the antenna towards an AC meter, and it'll go off. Look, if I do it that way and point it upwards, you've got to get a lot closer. But the way the signal's coming out of the two-way radio, you've got to kind of tilt it that way, which is probably why you may not have been interfering with your meter. I don't know what meter he was using. I didn't see you investigating because we was in separate rooms. Look, you got to aim it. It's like a gun. And this is one of the tricks some people use on ghost hunting videos on YouTube, faking paranormal activity. But that's the only time I use one of those, is to look for live wires in a wall, or you know, like sockets and any kind of energy field like that. I think we now have nickel in our coins, right? Old school K2, all right, the grey one, it rarely goes off at all. Is that one of the first ones where you have to hold your finger on the button? I know a lot of people who are adapting them and putting an on-off switch on them. You refuse to call them anything other than frauds. Yeah, they turn the radios down and do it, Mr. Rough Dog. Sorry, Panaka, I didn't see you go. Good night. Because I'm not on my desktop, I can't see all the comments people are putting. Oh, sorry, Mrs. Geek, I didn't see that. Things move here without being asked, sometimes in front of our eyes. Cool. I'd be sat there with a video camera constantly, just waiting for something to happen. Yeah, did they have equipment at the hotel that you can use? We used our own, obviously, but I know they had radios, but we also had our own radios on us. SR Spookfest, that's ultimate test. You've got some screen mesh, yeah. I'm sure it'll work. Or even cheaper, tin foil, baking foil, you know, what you wrap your chicken in and put it in the oven. Just, yeah, try and create that Faraday cage, but just be careful. You don't, if you're building like a casing around any piece of equipment, that it doesn't touch anything else metal, especially the circuit, because you just short everything out, it won't work. But I'm sure you know that anyway. Callum saying it's really interesting tonight. I'm loving it. Cool. Beto, did you see that video camera what Tony had? We're getting another one coming. All right, they have stuff there they put in drawers and do experiments with the guests. Right, I didn't realise. I hope they show the part where we started off. We had a frequency meter played through a Bluetooth speaker. We was doing different. We're trying to match different vibrations with the surrounding fabric. I hope they show that, because we've got a feeling that may have helped trigger some of the paranormal activity. The one Danny was in awe of, yeah, that one. We're getting another one. Because the one, I have this little 4K one, what kind of balances on one of those little rigs what you've got. And we wanted to kind of match, even though it's 4K quality, the one obviously Tony's got, the Canon, it is better, so we needed another one. Yeah, that's why I'm getting one. I needed to upgrade. But I suppose any 4K, don't forget to upgrade your SD card as well. If I can just give you an example. I mean, this one here, out of my camera, that's a 64 gig. it's 170 MB. I don't know if you can see the tiny writing, probably blurred. You want one, but they've got different speeds on them. You want one with a really fast speed on for 4K. Probably don't go below 100. You pay a bit more money for them type of SD cards, or the 4K SD cards. Tony filled 2 of those in under an hour, I think. There's a lot of electrical pollution that can cause spikes. I remember getting annoyed when my mum hoovered and the TV picture would go. Yeah, totally agree with that, Mr. Rough Dog. Microwave is the worst. Microwave oven, TV, especially the older TVs. The liquid display outs are bad, but they still give off a high EM field. The kettle as well. Anything in the kitchen, basically, what's electrical. I suppose that one of the best things you can do when you go into a house to investigate is go to the circuit board and just turn everything off, but then you're not going to see, you're going to need your flashlights, because everything will interfere with your equipment and you've got to rule it out. That's why we do baseline readings first. We'll go around as it is normal using basic AC meters and things. You'll only be those saying he's only going to do cinematics in 4K because the amount of time and memory to edit is it's in. Yeah, exactly. The Annabelle project, what we've done series 1. We've got to do 12 series. I said to Tony, as soon as we've done that bit, turn the camera off, because it's me that does the editing on that, and it takes absolutely ages to upload it to your computer, edit it, because you know there's that many frames in it. It's unbelievable. But obviously it's high then HD. UHF television. With spirit boxes, not only would spirits have to know how to manipulate the radio signal, but also know what was being said at any particular point on particular radio station. Makes no sense. I know what you're saying there, Gaz, yeah, but I've had once in the years I've been doing paranormal work on a PSP7, a friend of mine that was passed, he came through. It was his voice, and I had about 6 witnesses, and I actually lost the recording, so I can't prove it, but it did happen. "4K is definitely a hefty file size, Anti-Kelly, and they actually do 8K as well. We did look at 8K, but I don't think my desktop will keep up with that. I need to get a new desktop. Some of you might remember these. 8K, yeah. We've done a lot of experiments with white noise. It's a shame they don't do the old analog TV signals anymore. You know what I mean? We've got the old TV thing there. I love vintage stuff. I just keep all vintage stuff. And you turn it on, you know, so it looked like it was snowing on the screen. You point your camera directly at it, and was it pareidolia? Not, I don't know. But people were getting images in that kind of white noise static sort of thing. Hang on, just let me catch up with these. I'm looking into demons and angels. Does anyone have a case or document that is interesting? You're not sure YouTube could cope with 8K? Do you know YouTube doesn't actually do 4K? We always upload 4K, but they always bring it back down to HD. I don't know why. Well, obviously it uses more size, it's a bigger file, but we always upload in 4K. Bedo's got a decent gaming PC and he's worried about 4K on it. I think, is it to do with a processor speed or something? I don't know. I really need a new PC. The one I got, it was for all my college work when I was doing theology study. But I do a lot of the editing on it. You had one of those to watch hockey on in bed. Yeah, I kept it, even though you can't get analog signals anymore. You've only seen one video above 1080. I mean, don't forget to watch 4K as well. You've got to have a 4K TV or monitor. Otherwise, you're just going to watch it in HD. So it's processing the RAM and the GPU. Need a hefty GPU. Yeah, I need to invest in one. I keep saying I need to get another one. Joseph, personal experiences. All this technical talk is going over your head. Don't worry about it. You had one of those little TVs, you remember accidentally falling asleep and the battery's drained, like 10 quid's worth of Duracell. It still annoys me now. Gaz is saying, because obviously Gaz is a member of the channel, when's the next Annabelle video? The next one is, I believe it's next Friday when we're filming it. We're doing one a month. And then it could take me up to a week to edit it because, like I said, it's filmed in 4K and the massive files. And I've got to chop down like, we do about an hour and a half footage, but it's off 2 main 4K cameras. So you're looking at at least 3 hours worth of footage, but in 4K, massive files, absolutely massive. But we're going to be some different little experiments on the next one. You haven't seen any YouTubes offer anything over HD? No, I don't think I have. Lucky you can distinguish between HD and 4K. Your eyes are not so sharp. Like I say, if you haven't got the monitor or TV to watch it on, you're not going to get that 4K, even though you're playing 4K, if you know what I mean. It's like the new Xbox X series, is it? We've got my little lad one, and that is 4K. It is brilliant. It's brilliant. It's like just watching the TV basically. But unless your TV is 4K, you won't be able to see it in 4K. You'll see it in HD. And here's a difference. When you get a 4K TV, you will notice the difference. Awesome, Matt. Interesting stuff. Can't wait for Friday, says Rochelle. Which Friday? I mean, the Annabelle project, the next one's next Friday, but it won't be ready for about a week after that. I also upload it onto Google Drive because they're putting it on that Roku channel. The Paranormal Network are using it. So hopefully that's going to be shown across the world. That's the Paranormal Network's idea. That's why they wanted it. Gaz watches it on 4K on YouTube, right? Gillian, the Annabelle doll doesn't, at the minute, isn't actually doing anything. We've only done the first one. We're using the experiments from the Philip experiment. We are replicating the Philip experiment, but with a different story background, and we're using the replica Annabelle doll as a focal point for the test subjects. You've got 4K on your computers and stuff, but why bother? Well, if I had it and I could use it, I would use it, because it's just better quality. Hope you have a good night on Friday. Yeah, thank you, Jack. Yeah, you misses the Xbox Series X. Game on the 4K monitor with PC. Julian said it's still a doll and it scares me Not so much dolls what scare me. You know what scare me? Clowns. I do not like clowns. I've said this before. Give me ghosts or demons anytime. Oh, your husband keeps switching it. You haven't got lazy. Right. Oh, what have I done? It's great that we're going global. Yeah, eventually. I don't know if he's waiting because we keep looking to see when Series 1, it still hasn't been put up. We think that the Paranormal Network are waiting while they've got all 12, so he could be holding on to it for about another year. We don't know, but he said he was going to put it up. I will have to contact him, but yeah, it's going global. Or is it? I think it's called Roku. Is it the Roku channel, the Roku app? So when you send stuff to them, they're after 4K as well, so that's why we're doing it in 4K as well. They might be waiting for the 12 episodes for the season. Yeah, possibly. I keep grabbing my desktop mouse to control what's on my phone. Mr. Rough Dog, not keen on 4K gaming. You can see the blemishes on Pac-Man's face. Do you know what? I've played 4K gaming. I thought it's brilliant. I couldn't fault it. But you've got to have a machine that can deal with that type of information, haven't you, I suppose? Networks pay per box season. We're not getting paid for doing the Annabelle project. We're actually hiring the location to film it in. We wanted a location that was kind of not linked to any of us. My mum had a doll that scared me and my brother since kids. These old dolls from the last century, says Joseph. Right. Gaz saying old school toy robots bother me. I had a vivid dream when a boy of a wind up one walking around my bed fell off. Then same scene showed up in the Communion alien abduction movie years later. Do you know what? I love vintage toys. I love that type of thing. Them little old robots. Once a friend of mine came and just made the doll nice things. Even my brother noticed when he came back home. Rakuten TV? Roku? No, it's not. It's not that. I'm sure it was Roku. I may be wrong. Got a very good memory. Excuse me. Not paid. Do I maintain property rights? Yes. It's all our stuff. And like I said before, being part of the Warren Foundation, we've got backing from the Warren Foundation, and they're really keen on this because obviously we're duplicating the Philip experiment from the early 70s using those old kind of seancey techniques. And I will say the first one, little things were happening. Especially all around the room, we kept hearing knocks, and we were looking like that. We go, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And the footage, I didn't put it all in because I'm trying to keep it down to about, I think it was about 22 minutes each episode. We want to keep it well on about 25 minutes, if that. Chucky came out, he got rid of your son's buddy doll. Uso TV is a paranormal channel also. Alright. If we get world interest for the first episode, we can get paid. Can we? You know, we haven't actually looked into any of it. It was just to get our experiment out there. That we didn't even think money. I have a question to chat. What's your favourite scary movies? I want recommendations. Yeah, I like pretty much anything. I don't watch like slasher movies. You know, things were like like the Saw and things. I don't really like that sort of film. I like it if it's got ghosts and things in it. Pluto TV is quite interesting, but they repeat a lot of the episodes. Right. Trying to think of a recommendation for a scary movie. You know, I like all the old vintage stuff. Like I said, do you remember? Does anybody remember the Hammer House, which were English? I think I've got all of those in a collection. I'm pretty old school. I'm getting old. Gaz loves The Fourth Kind. Freaky in parts. If the channel distributes your show to other channels, you must get paid if they distribute your property to others. You know what? We haven't signed anything. We will look into it. Gaz and the missus watch Hammer House movies. Excellent. 13 Ghosts. It was alright. I didn't mind that. 13 Ghosts. I'll repeat our show more than once. We need to get a lawyer, Mark. Seriously. We will sort it out. We will do. At the minute, we just need... It's supposed to be on there at the minute, but we haven't seen it as yet. But like I said, we think they're waiting to get all 12 series, maybe. Paranormal Activity 1 and 2. Yeah, I think as it went on, it got a bit weird. Fire in the Sky. I think I've seen that once. It was alright. Yeah. Travis Walton, yeah. Ugh. I was looking at some of these games, what Beardo plays. I don't think my computer would handle them. We do a lot on the... We've got the headsets, the Oculus, both Tony and I, and obviously it's like VR. And we do gaming through that, and we're trying to figure a way how to... Because we know you can cast and save it on your phone or your computer. But we're going to do that, we think. Travis Walton's interviews are interesting. Love a bit of VR. I mean, obviously, when you're watching it, you're not watching it in VR. You're just seeing it as like 2D, aren't you? But when you're actually playing it, it's really, really good. Get your property rights, distribution, and monetary benefits in writing with monetary benefits for repeats of any and all episodes forever. Yeah. Obviously, we've put them on our YouTube channel. Well, I mean, I say I've put them on. There's only one at the minute. But we've left that for the people that have joined as subscribers. Playing in VR on PC. Well, we've got the Oculus 2 doesn't actually link. You can walk around the house with it. There's no wire. It's all wireless. You can just wear it on your head. But you can plug it into your PC and do things with it. If you ever get famous, you want Rochelle as your agent and lawyer. Yeah. Walking Dead Saints and Sinners VR is excellent. Rochelle, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. We'll definitely look into that. Hey, Vegas. How are you doing? Vegas Paranormal. Yeah. Yeah, so, like I said on Friday, weather permitting, Tony and I will be live um, from... I think he wants to go back to the old Delapole site, which is the old mental hospital site. Hospital's now being knocked down, but it's still fairly active on there. Because of the writers and actors strike, they're desperate for content, Mark, says Rochelle. Oh, well, we've got plenty of content they can have. Plenty of content. Trying to think what time it'll be. Probably about 9 to 9:30 when we go live, because we're taking this time we're not going to be in the car. We're going to be in the. We've got like a black van, what's kitted out. You could use it as a home base basically. It's got the kettle in, especially. It's got the satellite. It's got the solar. It's got everything in it what we need, and we're going in that from the site, near the site, having a drink, then walking across to where we need to be. Make them pay, Matt. Charge high. Yeah, yeah. Has anybody played Red Dead Redemption 2? I keep meaning to get that for the Xbox. Only kids want clout, not cash. I think when you get that clout though, the cash starts coming, doesn't it? We will look into it. I know the guy that runs the Paranormal Network, so yeah, I need to have a chat with him anyway to see when that first episode is getting up. Gaz played it for a bit and got bored and installed it. Oh, right, I thought it looked pretty cool. It's set in the Western kind of times, isn't it? Mr. Rough Dog loves Red Dead Redemption. Oh, High Spirit says it's one of the best games ever. The story is amazing. Alex has got it. Red Dead 2 is great. It's GTA in the Wild West, says Mike. That's what I thought it was. You prefer GTA? You've just restarted it completely at once. Yeah, Rochelle, there's not a lot we can do at the minute because obviously there was no contract. There's this guy just saying, look, I need shows for my paranormal network. Can anybody help us out? And we said, well, yeah, actually, we're starting a 12 episode kind of series thing. And we'll send you one a month. Beto gets scared. He's saying Red Dead Redemption 2 is epic. Excellent. You stayed awake for 36 hours playing it when it came out. Wow. That's dedication. I was kind of like that a bit with GTA 5. I do keep meaning to get it. Well, Rochelle, we will look at it, and when he puts the first one up, then I'll be able to do some deal with him. I know, Beto, that's... Wow. You'd need a few days off work if you was doing that. GTA 6 is meant to be coming out. Is it 2024? R2D2. Oh, RDR2 online is pretty fun too until 11-year-old shouts abuse and tells you how useless you are when you lose a showdown. Jack likes Assassin's Creed games. Not enough planes in RDR2. What is RDR2? You see, I used to do a lot of the Call of Duties as well. Michelle needs to get a Switch, bought one for my mum. Yeah, we've got our young lad a Switch as well. You can actually link those with a TV if you've got a smart TV. So you can play it on a big screen. Red Dead 1 and 2. I think 2 is the better one, isn't it? Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2. Right. See, my young lad and myself, we started a gaming channel on YouTube. We kept it separate from the paranormal stuff purposely, but we haven't started building it up yet, and we're just looking for ideas to go on that. But he is only 7, but he's a lot better at gaming than I am. He's brilliant at it. Wow, look at the time. 10 o'clock. That's kids for you, Matt, yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2. Definitely looking at getting that. I'm thinking about getting the online version, simply because I like annoying people when I'm gaming. I'm the type that gets a sniper rifle hard on a roof or in a tree somewhere. Nobody can see me. Just keep taking them out and they get real annoyed. I keep forgetting I get distracted with work. Rochelle. New Assassin's Creed Mirage is coming out October the 12th, set in 9th century Iran. Alright. What was the last one that was just out? Was that Valhalla? Something like that. High Spirits got bored of GTA Online. Just get blown up. The online part has been neglected, has it? Alright. Yeah, we noticed that GTA 5 when my young lad goes on that online. He's not supposed to, he's not old enough, but he goes on it. And people are just out to get you, aren't they? They don't want to play the game, they just want to make your life a misery. Gaz no longer plays online, keeps getting owned by 6-year-olds. Division 2 as well on Xbox and PlayStation. Alright. Division 2. Write that down. I always keep an eye out for new games. IKR. What's that? You like Valhalla, but Black Flag is your favourite, Mr. Rough Dog. Flying bikes and homing rockets, yeah, yeah. Mr. Rough Dog, the Greek one was good too, forgot the name. I don't know. I know, right, it's very Canadian. Right, okay. Odyssey. Black Flag was all the pirates, wasn't it? So anyway, I hope we're going to see you on Friday on the live. We're going to be taking very little equipment with us, and that doesn't mean a lot, because I know a lot of people think little means a lot to us. Just hopefully doing some sound recordings, and maybe take the Happy Droid box with us. But that'll be about 9, between 9 and whatever. It's not a set time, it depends what time we get on the location. Nice, they're doing a new black flag, are they? Cool. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I can't remember everybody's name. Mr. Rough Dog, Gaz, Jack, Rochelle, Rachel, High Spirits, Alex, Gaz. I'm just going through the list. Beardo, Mrs. Geek, Mike. Have I missed anybody? Do appreciate you watching. I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and all that. And if you see any ghosts under your bed or anything, please get it on camera. Callum as well. Callum. SR Spookfest as well. Just seen you pop up. Good night, everybody. Do appreciate it. Big shiny love to you all. Good night, Rochelle. Lisa as well. Lisa, take care. I knew I'd miss somebody out. You've been awesome. See you soon.